Okay, I keep telling everyone that I've been engaged in something that has kept me extremely occupied over the past few months. So, even though this might appear to be kind of the after video, this is probably better seen as the midway video. What you're looking at right now is the backyard of my new home. Uh, you would have seen the before pictures by the time you get to this point of the video, once I get everything edited and put together. This entire backyard was overgrown. I don't know if you can see those viney things hanging off the fence there, but this entire yard, all the way, the side, everything, was overgrown with those things, all the way up to almost the top of the fence. This side of the house, this particular window, the original window in here in this corner was what, 37 by like 21. You couldn't even fit Moe Joe through it, much less a human. So I actually cut out portions of the block here and installed a hurricane seal, and then installed a window that actually meets egress code. You'll also notice that all of the windows installed are low E glass. This particular side of the house still needs to be cleaned and painted. We still need to cut the windows in. Up above, you'll notice that there's still some soffit that needs to be repaired and replaced. And some of the fascia boards are going to be pulled off and replaced with new. This window down here is also new and installed. Again, all low E glass. I will eventually get all of the fencing redone. Right now I'm just trying to kill all the weeds back here. My plan is to level out the ground completely. It's somewhat hilly and holy. You'll notice the new fence panels that have put in, those had to have been put in because someone basically ripped the old ones out and broke into the house and stripped it. And when I say stripped it, I mean stripped it of everything. So that panel there in the corner is going to be repaired hopefully this week. When I say holy, this little depression, apparently one of the previous owners had a above ground pool at one time that they dug the ground up to put the pool further down so it actually came close to ground level. They didn't have to climb in and whatnot. And I say that because we threw away a pool ladder that was back here. This, a lot of the yard is sandy, but then of course this is Florida. We'll be pressure washing the whole building, cleaning and repainting everything. Again, all new windows on this side as well. Some minor soffit damage needs to be repaired in the corner. The patio, though it looks kind of trashy because I've got a lot of material sitting out on it. This wall, apparently the previous owners sealed in a window in the one back bedroom and then the bathroom window. This wall that you're looking at, as well as that wall with the sliding glass doors, are going to be stuccoed, hopefully soon. Sliding glass doors are also new and put in. This wall also will be cleaned and stuccoed and sealed. Now we're going to go through the current status inside. The room we're walking into right now is going to eventually be family living room. It is 18 by 28 feet. Both windows are new. The insulation in the ceiling is R30 to code. The foam board insulation on the walls is required by code. It's primarily required on the exterior block walls, even though I did insulate the interior part of this room with the foam board. I did so because it used to be an exterior wall. This used to be apparently an enclosed or a screen porch at one stage. You will notice that the walls are very well insulated with the R-Max foam board. Furring strips are placed according to code. This particular room has two circuit breakers, both 20 amps. One for what I refer to as the east side of the room, which is what you're facing now, and the other for the west side of the room, which is where the sliding glass door is. There will be two ceiling fans and lights in this room. All of the outlets, all of the wiring is 20 gauge. Everything was installed. I'll tell you what, you don't have a respect for electricians until you turn around and do it yourself. I have wired every inch of this house myself. It has been a long, difficult process. It is to code. The portion there with the plywood and the hole, it's a section that I will be filling in with concrete sometime today or tomorrow and get it done so that I can finish insulating and first stripping these walls. This is the kitchen. You will notice that the ceiling is still open. All that sheetrock stacked up back there, drywall, will eventually find its way in the ceilings and the walls. Again, all R30 insulation in the ceilings, in the kitchen as well. Actually, all ceilings. R13 on the interior frame walls. Outlets were wired. All of the outlets in the kitchen are GFI. There is a dedicated GFI for the microwave, which is right back there. Let's see if I can get to it. Oh, you can see the little green light. There's a dedicated 20 amp outlet for the refrigerator, which is on this side. The stove has a standard 50 amp breaker, 220 outlet, which that one sheet of fire core drywall is there because, give me a second, I'm playing with the camera again, because I wanted to see how difficult it was to try and hang drywall by yourself. Trust me, it's difficult. And I don't know why all of a sudden, there we go. All right. This really didn't have to do too much to this room other than the floors. Had some drywall work in the ceiling that needed to be repaired. A couple of holes that I put in the divider wall there. You'll notice that the outlets in this room are ran in surface mounted boxes of conduit. The reason for that is this house was done in 1951, and those particular wires are not actually ran through the attic, but are ran through horizontally in the block construction, and I just simply am not going to destroy a bunch of block to get, and I just noticed a clamp here that I've got to get back into place. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Anyway, the outlets are put in surface mounts. Everything is on 20 amp dedicated breakers for each room, with the exception of this, the hallway or entrance hallway. The outlets, the porch light, security light, outdoor outlet are all on 115 amp breaker for this section as well. This back bedroom, when you look at the before pictures, you will see this was probably one of the nastiest rooms to demo. That area back there that you're looking at was encased in a custom built solid wood bunk bed setup with the closet at the end in the corner there and drawers underneath the bottom bunk that took some doing just getting it out. The closet, I've taken the doors off. I'm going to install a new split jamb closet door there. That particular door is actually coming off. I already have a new door for this room ready to slide in and install. This room as well will have a ceiling fan light. You'll notice that the insulation on the exterior block walls is foam board and first stripped. The interior walls, wood framed walls, are all R13 insulated. Ceiling is R30 as required. Bathroom. Excuse the mess. Still a bit of work to be done in here. The tub enclosure. Got the green board up. Not using the shower right now because I don't want to damage the drywall. This particular room is going to have some work done on the floor. The old original concrete in the original construction is somewhat old and has turned to a lime type powdery substance, so we're going to have to re-pour and float a floor in there. I think you already saw this. This is the room I've been living in for the last month and a half now? Close, yeah, month and a half. Moe Joe and I, see, he's still here. It's been interesting, to say the least. Then, what will be the master bedroom is this room. This room is 12 by 20. The ceilings are an inverted hip roof, which will be drywalled. You will notice that all of the outlets, switches are in place. I will tell you something. Never ever doubt what you can do if you decide you're going to do it. That's the utility room. installed the split jamb door in there. This particular room, this floor was 6 inches lower. Apparently they enclosed the carport at one time, but they never raised the floor above grade. So the first major job done in this house was we poured this slab and raised the floor 6 inches. Everything's ready for sheetrocking in here. Drywall cannot be hung in a house in Florida where the drywall itself makes contact with a concrete floor. Hence the board across the bottom of the furring strips, and these ceilings or these walls in this particular room are so high that putting that wide of a baseboard to set the drywall on doesn't affect the amount or the ability of cutting the drywall that the back family room will, because that one's pretty much right at 8 feet, but it still has to have the trim. I'm going to walk outside in the front. This is the front of the house. The yard is much nicer and better looking than it was when we first started. I figured with all the other work, it's kind of hard to keep doing stuff when you know you're making progress, but there's so much work and clutter, it's hard to see it. So, as a booster incentive, I went ahead and tried to start landscaping the front yard and putting some color to it so that I could actually see on a daily basis that I'm making more progress than what's visible sometimes. That particular depression in the driveway there, entrance, is going to be raised and filled in as with the back. But you'll notice that the before pictures in the first part of this video will have an old wire porch post or something. Took it down. I'll tell you why here in a second. That one is coming down as well. Security lights in the front work well. Outdoor weatherproofed outlet porch light. These original windows here I'm going to leave. I'm going to replace the glass, and you'll notice in one that nice little bullet hole right there. Don't ask. It just automatically showed up right around New Year's, I believe. So, this is what I have been spending all of my time doing. I have been spending all of my time working on this house. I started this project, the actual work, the first hammer swing, etc., on January 12th or 13th. And I have passed every inspection on the first go round. All the electrical has passed all inspections. It's proper, it's to code. The plumbing, let me go back in here in case you couldn't see it or you were wondering what it was. We actually ran a whole new water service to this house. From outside, we come in through the attic and we drop. The water lines drop from the hot water heater. They go back up. They drop into the wall there for the kitchen and bathroom. The water lines for the outside faucets drop and are strap supported to the walls. This has been a job, but it's been a job that's been worth it. Physically, I never thought that I would ever be able to do half as much as I've accomplished in this time. My hands are at the point to where I can't open and close my fingers without excruciating pain, but like I said, if nothing else, I hope that this video will show each person watching it. Do not ever doubt what you can do. When you are determined to do it, when you set your mind to it, and you're willing to put up with some days to where you might be lucky to get a 36-inch strip of insulation stapled in. It's been a rewarding process as well, although I still wake up every day trying to determine what is the reward and my body feeling the way it does. I took this project on, like I said, because I like a challenge. I needed to push myself, and I really needed to prove to myself that in a crunch, I could do anything I needed to do. And I have proven that I can plumb, I can wire, I can insulate, I can pour, I can hammer, I can kick, I can scream, I can moan and groan, but I can get results.